And three, two. Hey everyone, welcome back. This is actually going to, I think it's going to be quite an interesting episode actually. As many of you know, I'm going to give you a breakdown of what I've seen on my dating social media profiles so far, as in the worst parts of us versus the good parts of us, right? We're basically going to do a bit of a summary here on what I've experienced so far up to now, men versus women, right? And the real problems, what we're seeing, and the pattern really is the pattern. That's the most important thing. What's the big one, right? That's holding people back. What are they thinking? What am I observing? I mean, I've got I'm getting over average over 1 million hits a month. There's a lot of traffic, a lot of comments, a lot of shares, favorites, liking, a lot of positive, a lot of negative feedback, but it's great. And I'm going to go through some of them here now because, hopefully I can help you guys. And as you know, guys, I think this is going to be an important one, this episode, because obviously you know me, I'm here to help. And obviously I never mention any names of anybody. So that's why I'm going to keep this anonymous. And I think it is a good thing to just sort of summarize what kind of pattern we're seeing now from my TikToks, my Facebooks, YouTube, LinkedIn, and Instagram. All right, so you know what? Let's get the ball rolling. I've got my Lucasade here. Cheers, guys. So, some of the stuff that's been coming in the last couple of weeks has been just wow, right? Some people are having such problems. And believe this or not, most of the problems I'm seeing are not people in relationships. They're coming from people trying to get a fucking first date. Would you believe that? They can't even get out of the gates to get a date. That's the number one problem I'm seeing right now. People are talking on an app, and the when it comes down to the bottom line, let's meet up. So the guy asks the girl out, and to be honest, I would say that's 85-90% of the time that the guy will make the move to ask the girl out, which I agree with, by the way, and we should be doing it as men. And here's where most of the problem is lying. Asking the girl out, right? Or, on the other side, a woman gets ghosted, right? So I'm saying now for both genders, before the first date. Okay, to actually get and sit in front of each other for an actual first date. It's unbelievable. And I would say I actually did a rough count because, again, Jesus, I would be here all fucking year looking at the stats. I mean, I did a quick summary of the breakdown. I'm just getting out my paper here now, right? In the last 100 videos I've posted online over the last few weeks, months, and out of the ones that had problems were 84%. Okay? So out of 100 videos, 84 were related to a problem, whether it was a girl or guy, whatever, which way, right? 84% of them were problems. And out of those problems, now again, we'll stick with the 100 videos mark, right? I don't think you're going to believe my stats. The problems out of 100 videos where guy and girl, or gays or lesbians, whatever, are talking on a dating app, and and when it comes to the crunch time to actually meet up, and they never meet, 67% of these stories I'm calling out have been that problem. 67%. Now, guys, hang on a second now, okay? Jesus Christ. I mean, that blows my fucking mind. So what you're telling me is this. People are going on dating apps for a motivation, I presume, to what? To meet a guy or girl or whatever. And for what? For possibly a hookup, one night stand, or a relationship. Or just, see where things go. Whatever it is, right? But the bottom line is, that's the goal, the goal here, right? As in, you actually physically meet up with the person and you go from there. Okay. And 60 over, jeez, just under 70%, just under 70% of the problems I've had out of the last 100 videos come from guy and girl or whoever talking on an app, and just before the first date, one of them ghosts the other one or makes up a bad excuse, or they start a fight and they never meet them. What the fuck? First of all, if you are one of these people that has ghosted someone else on an app, what the fuck are you doing? Seriously. Like, okay, I'll admit, guys, I've talked to I've matched with a few girls on the dating apps over the years, right? And I probably didn't look at their second photo or third photo, right? And it was maybe whatever, or the second or third photo weren't good, but the first one was. And then I had another look, and I've even been guilty of this. Okay? I've been guilty of this, and I'm putting my hands in the air too. And all of a sudden, I match with the girl, and I have another look. But I don't think I've done this, have I, before? Maybe I have, actually, guys. I probably have. But I haven't done this much, right? Bottom line, if I'm on a dating app, I'm not sitting there and talking to a girl on purpose to fuck around. If I'm talking to her, I want to meet her. Actually, what am I talking about? Every time I've done this, every time I've matched with a girl and I want to meet her, I start talking. If I've made the mistake of actually matching with the girl and I don't want to meet her, I'm not going to talk to her. Now, there's been a few times, yes, where I've matched with the girl. There was something a little off with her, right? But I said, okay, no, we'll give this a crack. Let's give it a go. So I'd say, hey, or whatever, my opening line, right? Then they might take a week to come back, and I go, oh, you know what? Fuck that. Fuck this shit. I'm not hanging around for a week for a fucking one reply. And then when it is a reply, it's a one-word fucking answer, right? That's a load of horse shit. Okay? Jesus, sorry, guys. My emails are going off like crazy here. Mother of God. Lord Jesus. So anyway, the reaction is just bollocks. Total and utter bollocks. Right? My God. Do you know what, guys? This is actually the same person emailing me 5 times in a row, telling me they're not happy with my dating apps. Well, you can go fuck off. Here, I'm working for free for you guys, by the way, on the dating apps, okay? For free, by the way, and I'm trying to police them as much as I can. And this lady's here giving out, I'm not happy. Well, fuck off then. Get out of the dating group. Jesus. Do you know what, guys? Sorry, now I'm going to actually turn this off. Oh my God. Right. Gone. Good luck. Fucking hell. Anyway, guys. My apologies. Having a bit of a rant here. So anyway. So that's the point, right? Now, I can still understand, like if I'm talking to a girl on a dating app, and if we start the conversation off, and if I say something to her, she says something to me back, but then all of a sudden, if I said something a bit off to her, okay, I can actually, you know what? I'll take that on the fucking chin myself and I'll go, oh, maybe actually I said something wrong or she took it up wrong, right? But then, do you know what? Even if she took it up wrong, you should still ask the person, well, hang on, sorry, what did you mean by that? You should still always ask them. But you know what? End of the day, the way I look at that is they're just not interested in you. You know, they're not interested enough to go, well, fuck it, whatever. Okay? And you know what? It's no big deal. Right? It's no big deal. You have 1 or 2 messages back and forth. And if it doesn't go anywhere, who gives a fuck? And you know what? It's happened to me too. And you know what, guys? I'm going to be upfront and honest. I'm probably full of shit here. Yeah, I am full of shit. I've definitely done that to girls over the years. Right? Because it's no big fucking deal either. It's no big deal. Sorry, what I mean is, in terms of if you actually are opening line, talking to the girl, and then all of a sudden she backs out, you back out, no big deal. Now, here's the difference. If you're chatting away to somebody for days on end, right? And this is the 67%, guys. This is the 67% of the problems out of 100 fucking videos I've had in the last God knows what. That is frightening. And I actually, do you know what? I actually do remember a lot of them. You know? Most of the videos I have done a video on have been based on the fact that a woman or a guy is confused because things are going well, and all of a sudden, the night before we were meant to meet, he texts me saying there's something wrong. She texts me saying there's something wrong. Or I got ghosted. Everything was going really well, and all of a sudden, bang, gone. Right? Like, person just disappears. Now, you see, you wouldn't be having this problem or writing in if this was like one or two messages in, because you're like, fuck it, whatever. You know? So, like, can you imagine, guys? 67... I keep repeating myself. I'm sorry. I'm like a broken record today here. But, I mean, that is just insanity. Guys, look. I've been there. I haven't texted the girl back. I didn't have a good feeling. But I didn't get into a huge conversation where they're in the first fucking place. Now, if there's a lady out there, you can shout from the rooftop if I've ever done that. Fair enough, and I put my hands in the air saying I'm wrong. But I certainly don't remember it. What's the fucking point? Why waste your fucking time? You know? Guys, if you're on the apps and this shit is happening, get off the apps. Okay? Get off the apps. Don't waste your time and the other person's time. And if you're looking for an ego trip, fuck you. Alright? Fuck you. And you're always the first to complain about people on these dating apps. You're always the first. It's incredible. Jesus. Then this, okay, so let's move on. There's been other ones where, in fact, I even did a video today. And so this guy, he texts this girl, and because they match on a dating app. So there's a bit of banter, he says, back and forth. And then all of a sudden, he says, look, hey, do you want to go for a drink? Or a couple of drinks for the first date? So she actually went back to him and she said, oh, well, look, I don't want you getting me drunk and taking advantage. Now, his first reaction was, oh yeah, ha ha ha, whatever. As in taking the piss at him. And then she actually, he kind of went back like laugh out loud or something like that, right? As in, but then she went, oh, hang on a second, he thinks I'm joking. She went back to him and says, no, by the way, I'm being serious. I want you to take this seriously. Like, assumptions, guys. Assumptions. Now, here's what I've seen so far. The worst part of men on these videos that I've done so far is that we've had horny men. Okay? Horny fucking men. The worst part I've seen of women is women making assumptions about men. Right? All of a sudden, one guy says one thing, like this guy thinking this girl's going to take advantage. What the fuck? What the fuck? How many times do men ask a woman out for a drink only, right? I mean, sorry, I'm fully supporting my guy here on this one. Now, again, as long as that's what he said, we're assuming, right? But we're going to assume this situation. That's fucking crazy, carry on. Unless she was on there for just an ego trip and she just wanted to fuck him off and get rid of him. An easier way. Probably that way. But anyway. But the amount of ladies assuming something wrong is insane. For instance, this is what actually took a huge notice in my mind recently. A couple of months ago, I did a video. This guy basically emailed me in this certain scenario. So what happened to him, and again, this is about assumptions, ladies, okay? Okay, so number one, this guy emails me, tells me the story. He's in a bar, he's out with his friends, his guy friends, and he meets this hot girl. He goes over to her, chats away to her for a while. At the end of the night, he's actually going away, right? He can't stay in the bar, he said. He's leaving, but he wants to get her number to maybe take her out next week. So at the end of the night, he goes, by the way, I think you're fucking gorgeous, or whatever he said. Could I get your number and take you out sometime? Bang, she gives him the number. Mission accomplished, job done, right? So what happens after that? He texts her during the week, and they meet for the drink the week after, and that's cool. They're sitting there having the drinks and the date, and he said that they're getting on really good. He said this is like a dream scenario, like we're having good banter, she's good sense of humor, da-da-da. At the end of the night, he goes in for a kiss. He just leans in. And then she stopped and leant back, as in away from him, and she said, whoa, 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 whoa. What are you doing? And she looked really shocked. And now he's shocked because she is shocked, right? As in, like, where's this coming from? That's what he's thinking, right? So she goes, oh, look, I'm sorry, no, I just want to be friends. Now, at this stage, this guy has said to himself and me that he said, look, by the way, fuck it, okay? I can accept defeat. I was definitely getting the wrong end of the picture here. I thought she was definitely game on, but she's not. Then she comes in with the next sentence. So let's not forget. She says, oh no, look, I just want to be friends. And by the way, actually, I just wanted to be friends from the get-go. Now, ladies, I don't give a fuck what any of you say out here, because I'll tell you exactly what us men are thinking. And I'm sure every woman in this scenario would be the exact fucking same, right? If somebody says to you, I just want to be friends, that's cool. That's totally cool. Accept defeat, tail between the legs, and you walk out of the place. Job done, mission accomplished, right? As in, mission accomplished, you tried. That's not the problem. That is not the problem. And you know what? I can see women assuming where I'm going with this already. But this is why I want you to listen to me. The next part is the key. Well, listen, I just wanted to be friends from the get-go. That's what the lady said to him at the end. Now, that tells every man and every woman on this planet that, oh, so actually you never had any interest in me whatsoever. Even though I said to you 1 week ago, my God, I think you're fucking gorgeous. Let's go on a date sometime. Now, the girl knows exactly what he's on about. She knows exactly that he wants to be with her, or at least try, right? This isn't some two friends fucking meeting up. That crap. This is about hooking up with the girl. Relationship possibly, or maybe a one-night stand. I don't know. But either way, he's interested sexually. So, I put up a video and I explained this on my social media. That, look, ladies, by the way, this is what happened to this guy. And just so you know, ladies, you can't be shocked if the guy reacts badly to this situation. Because again, the guy's pissed off now because he might as well have not have gone on the fucking date. Seriously, he might as well have stayed at home. Because even when he was in the shower, he lost already. He had no chance with her. Nothing. Waste of fucking time. Okay? She led him on. Now, so basically, I called all this out in my social media. And then guess what happens? Girls, and I said, and I said, you can't expect a guy to act great. You can't expect a guy to like this. You'll have to expect him to act badly. Now, badly can be anything, right? In other words, he could have been pissed off, or he just tailed between his legs, or annoyed but not saying anything, and he just leaves and walks out of the place. Doesn't mean it's a fucking bad thing, right? And apparently to this guy, it wasn't. So, all of a sudden, I put that up on social media. And here where the assumptions come in. This lady jumps on board. She goes, yeah, well, excuse me, Peter. He's not entitled to a kiss. Who the fuck do you think you are? And I went, what? Huh? And do you know what? When I saw that comment, I was so taken back. I didn't have a clue what she was on about, because I wasn't on about that. I actually went, Jesus Christ, what the fuck did I say in the video? And I actually watched the video back again just to make sure. I went, fuck, what? Because, that scenarios and what? So anyway, I wrote back to her and I said, sorry, you've taken this completely wrong. You're assuming something. He's not entitled to a kiss. I'm on about he reacted badly, pissed off because she wasted his time in the first place. He's not entitled to any kiss. This has nothing to do with it. All of a sudden, I'd say 50-50. There was 100,000 views for this. 50-50 were the men and women, I think, really. And I would say 75% of the people, men and women included, jumped on and said, actually, yeah, what's she talking about? What are these people talking about? Right? But there was such bad blood in that fucking video I did. It was unbelievable. People were getting abused left, right, center. It was insane. Men were getting attacked for no reason. Women jumping to conclusions, throwing fits. And I mean fits. In fact, I can't even believe they didn't have a nervous breakdown after it. And only because they jumped to a conclusion. Like, you obviously love drama if this happens, because you know what? If you don't want drama, you're going to go, hang on, whoa, sorry, hang on. Sorry. And like, if you wanted to avoid drama, you could have easily commented back to Peter and say, hi Peter, I've just watched this video. Could you ask me, what did you mean exactly? I was assuming that he thinks the girl's entitled for a kiss. Or am I wrong? Question mark. Or what do you mean? Or do you mean that he actually is just wasting his time because she wasn't interested? Like, if you're really trying to avoid the drama, somebody would have either emailed that to me or they would have put a comment up there. And my point is this: people love the drama, they have to have the drama, so therefore they want it and they look for the drama in their lives. And you know what? What a waste of fucking time, guys. Assuming shit. So that's what I've seen, guys. Men, the main problem has not been ghosting over the last 100 videos. It's been just men horny. Alright? Fucking pretty much the same problem women have had all forever. And the main problem women have had is assumptions. So ladies, you know, I'm not saying any ladies that are listening to this assume things. I'm just saying that the main problem I've seen from women on my social media is assumptions. Okay? And if there's anything to be self-aware, first of all, guys, let's start with the guys. They're not getting off easy. Guys, you don't be texting girls drunk for the first time ever. As in, okay, you can text them drunk if you want, but I mean, at least talk to them first, meet them first. But a lot of guys are texting them when they're drunk, then they disappear. They just disappear. Now, if they just didn't talk to them, that would have been okay, I suppose, right? But the fact that then they do when they're drunk, bad, very bad. And you know, I've been guilty of that in my life too. You know, I'm admitting it. I've been guilty of that too, and it's fucking stupid, it's shocking. And ladies, assumptions. Stop assuming the worst. And actually, you're winding yourselves up. You're actually making yourselves angry, and therefore, nobody wins. You go on the attack. You feel like shit. The guy feels like shit. He doesn't want to go near you anymore. And therefore, you're back into ground zero. You've got no one. Now you're feeling like shit because you're at ground zero. And what do? You start taking it out on the next guy again. And it's a vicious fucking circle. So let's look at that. You're on ground zero. You're unhappy. But now, these women who are assuming, by the way. So you're unhappy because you're at ground zero. And some of these women, because they're unhappy, now they're going to take it out on the next guy and assume something. And then they completely get the wrong end of the stick. Now they're feeling worse. And then they attack the other guy. You're not feeling better after you've attacked the guy. Okay? You're not. Because first of all, you're wrong. Right? You can't prove the truth. Or you can't prove a lie. Right? Or you can't call bullshit on the truth. Right? And now you attack the guy, and then he fucking probably verbally attacks you back, and now you're feeling even worse. And then you've lost your faith in men, and then you guess where you are. You're back to zero, and now you feel even worse when you arrive back to ground zero. And then guess what you do again? Because you feel like shit, you go back out there again and even be more attackful on the next guy. And then it just gets worse and worse and worse and worse and blah 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 blah. Stop assuming, ladies. Give the guy the benefit of the doubt. And by the way, there's some guys out there as well that are guilty of this, right? They're guilty of this type of thing. And I would say the exact same to them. Don't assume that's something. If there's a problem, what do? It's really simple. Ask the person. Like, there's been plenty of times in my life where I've assumed something of a woman, right? And I'm going, hang on, Peter, stop, reverse, pump the brakes here now, boyo. And I try and think it through. And I go, okay, did she mean, okay, and I actually make a list. This is a nice way of doing this. I make a list. Okay, so she's either meant this, option one is this is exactly what she meant, or let's go in reverse. How about she meant it the nicest possible way? Okay, so that's option two. Maybe there's an option three or four. And then I'll think about them. Then, if I'm not sure, I'll go, fuck it, just ask her. Just ask her and see what happens. You know? Like, just don't fuck yourself before you've even got started. And I've seen this on my social fucking media. It's happening nearly every single day. So guys, if you do follow me on social media, you probably know exactly what I'm talking about, and you've seen some of these videos, or if not all of them, right? Based on, the problems men are giving and women are giving. And again, I'm just reminding, it's not all men or women, right? But it's a high percentage, guys. And I hope that this helps you guys. Please don't be assuming the worst out of people. Guys, don't be horny texting women, right? If you're not interested in them, unmatch on the dating app. At least then you don't. Prevention more than cure, okay? At least you got that backup. So, anyway, guys, I hope that helps. And please, guys, if you really do truly want a relationship, take that on board. Think about it. Jesus, do I assume things? Fuck it, maybe I do. Even I've said to myself, hang on, Peter, you're full of shit here deliberately on this podcast. About the, I've never done that to a woman. Actually, I have done that to a woman. But again, I'm breaking it down here. I'm going, well, actually, no. I've matched with a girl, but the worst I've done is I just don't talk to her. Now, I'm full of shit on that one. I'd have to check my Tinders and stuff. But I certainly don't do it aware. Nope. Not at all. So, look, guys, we all make mistakes. But just try and be self-aware. Self-aware. Am I assuming things? Am I being horny boy here? If you really want a relationship, you'll work on yourself. Ask yourself, why do I assume things? Did someone in my past, in my childhood, did somebody surprise me with something, with some news that I thought it was totally something else? And from there, it rocked your world, and all of a sudden, you expect the worst. And I've been guilty of that, by the way. I've been guilty of expecting the worst result coming out of things, because I had some, bad stuff, bad violent stuff, no, but just shit happened in the past, So, anyway, guys, I hope I'm not talking total shit here. So, guys, listen, thanks very much for listening, and I hope that helps. It's mind-blowing, the stats. Mind-blowing. Take care, guys. Bye-bye.